want to I want to interview your ED. I even don't know where she's having waiting from.
Plot 24 is part of Nachivuo, part of St. Balkudembe.
Who owns plot 24?
It is KCCA.
KCCA. Have you leased or sold this to the person who is developing?
No.
So how did the person start demolishing if you have not leased, you have not sold?
How the person started is by entering onto the land with equipment.
Oh.
That one is not a hard question to
answer.
The question is after someone has done it, what you have done. But I think it's also pertinent to answer the question that has been raised by the Honorable Nsibambi. Honorable Nsibambi asked a question which I asked earlier, but now he has put it better. Do you have the title for this land, for plot 24? KCCA.
I can confirm if I was given opportunity, but I believe so.
He can even call KCCA inventory. Do you have a title? Just make a call. But you have titles for all the land in the neighborhood. Just call your...
Yeah.
When you have a piece of land as a KCCA, who gives away this land in the event that you want to lease it out? Who sits and takes that decision? You can be helped by people around.
Yeah.
No. Don't confuse my witness. And by the way, Mr. Kigenyi, do not answer any question out of panic. Do not feel stampeded. I have that duty to protect you as my witness.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I was looking over to
Akena.
Akena, but he's a...
Akena, you have escaped. He's there coming. Okay, you are looking over to?
I was looking over my shoulders to...
Why I find it easier to call Akena is because he's my land friend, unlike Okupa. Yes, so please receive assistance from your officers.
Can you please rephrase the question for him directly?
The question is, one, when you want to lease out land belonging to KCCA, who sits down to take that decision?
Honorable Chair, under the Public Procurement and Disposal of Public Assets Act, the user department will then raise a requisition for a disposal process, which then is submitted to the Procurement and Disposal Unit. They prepare the terms of reference for the particular disposal. If there is need for an advert, it will go out. If there is a need for a direct method of disposal, that one also has a particular procedure which is followed. And ultimately, a submission is made to the contracts committee.
In short, you follow the PPDA.
Correct.
Good. So, in this case, that procedure has never been followed. Mr. Kigenyi, back to you. You have received the assistance you needed from legal counsel.
Mr. Chairman, the issue is not about whether this land has been
Given away.
or not.
Correct.
The issue here is the illegality that was occasioned on the public property, for which 4 persons were arrested and arraigned in court, and from whom we now know on whose behalf they were
You know the
acting.
principle.
Yes. That is why I could make the...
But you're already dining with the principle.
No. Yes, sure.
Okay, Chair, thank you very much. Because the issue here is not about public even procurement and disposal. It is to do with title. You have titles for the rest of the market land apart from this one. So any developer or private...
That is not in order, Honorable Sibambi. One, because we have allowed them time, or we are allowing them time to cross-check and bring this title. So we cannot run and jump to that conclusion. So the witness is thoroughly protected by due process.
Yeah, can I proceed?
No, before you proceed, Mr. Kigenyi,
Yes, Mr. Chairman.
by 9 a.m. tomorrow morning, we want that title here, if you have it.
Thank you.
Or a confirmation that you actually do not have it. That is when Honorable Sibambi's assertion will come into play. That's number one. Number two, we are going to receive and retain the document you have just given to me, the building permit demolition given to Kirham Enterprises, Uganda Limited, signed by the Honorable Katabu Moses on 13th day of March 2026.
Is that in connection to Plot 24?
Sorry?
It is in connection with Plot 24.
Yes. And what we see here, and no, yes. Yes.
Chair, that's why I asked the question. The questions, who owns Plot 24? They said KCCA. Who said, have you sold it, have you listed? Said no. Now we ask the question, how did someone enter your land and start demolishing? No lease, no ownership, you say you are the owners. So how did that person enter in? Now his or her agents are the ones who are in prison now. But the person...
Yes, actually, you'll come back to that.
Okay.
Reading this, when you read the demolition permit, so there was a single-storied building, correct? The one which was demolished was a single-storied building?
Yes. And another.
And it was bordering Owino Market? But you're saying it is part of Owino Market? And 3-storied building bordering Nachivo Settlement? Primary school? So even the building that had not been touched, you cleared the demolition because there were 2 buildings now here. So you are allowed the demolition of even the other one which had not been touched.
Mr. Chairman, the document you're holding has pictorial evidence of the extent of the demolition. That pictorial evidence has a single-storied building and the 2-storied building in reference by the building or demolition permit.
So when you are coming here tomorrow, you'll also come with the entire file of the application filed by Kiham in relation to the demolition. Do you also have a file relating to his application to develop plot 24?
Honorable Chair and members, there is no proprietary interest on our side of plot 24A to Kiham. What is on issue is that a public building was put down, and in portioning responsibility, Kiham was a party. That is the reason why we allowed him to put it down for the safety, because this was a compromised. Yes, the demolition permit does so.
Okay. Yes.
And that did not give him the rights of ownership for that property.
Did you also ask him to compensate Uganda for the demolition? Because this was our public property.
Honorable Chair, I have also stated previously that persons were arrested, equipment impounded, and police asked to investigate, on which basis will form an opinion to seek redress.
Did you ask them to investigate in writing? Was your request in writing?
I can ask my...
Who is the... Okay, ask your team. Ask them. No. He can ask his particular technical officers to do that. It is in order. It is in order. We want to see who was asked to assist.
Manager.
Akena, were you asked to help?
Chair, if you can rephrase for me the question.
Sorry?
I am requesting Chair to rephrase for me the question.
Okay. But the chair also has a request to you.
Yes, please.
First, to be attentive.
Thank you, sir.
The question is, was the request to police to investigate this matter in writing?
I cannot speak authoritatively to that.
Okay, then you're right. Switch off the microphone. Edie, the person you requested to assist, now the assister, since there is also a demolisher, the assister is not able to assist. Someone is giving you assistance. Honorable Kayemba Solo, you will not assist him. So don't put up your hand.
Honorable Chair, I can confirm that we wrote to the Uganda Police Force to assist us in the investigations.
Can you ask somebody to bring that later now? Please send somebody to bring a copy of that later.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Honorable Kayemba Solo. Something is itching you.
Yeah, thank you, Chair. My concern is about the so-called arrested people who are found at the demolition site. First of all, as we speak now, we know the person who told them to do so. And that person was later given a permit to do that legally. But those people, if it's true that they are in a prison, they are there suffering for nothing. Instead of arresting that person who sent them to do that, that person is there enjoying himself, Chair. We are aware that there are some people who lost lives during that demolition. I think we are also...
Okay, that's now a very serious allegation. We must probe it, but before we probe it, first of all, we are not sure if the person is enjoying himself.
He's enjoying.
Number two, it is too early to tell whether those people who are in prison, if at all, are suffering for nothing, because if you are an accomplice, you cannot say you're suffering for nothing. That one is a judicial process which we will not interfere with. But yes, I uphold your question on why deal with the agents when you have the principals.
Honorable Chair, can I add something? Something small on that.
Let's start from Honorable Mwijuche.
Yes, I would want evidence, Honorable Chair. I would want evidence that these people were arraigned in court and they're in prison, because they may not be in prison. He may not be telling the real truth. So I would want that evidence. As he brings the title tomorrow, let him bring evidence that actually those people are in prison.
Maybe by going to prison to take their photographs?
No, but the remand warrant. You can't.
No, those are two different things. Whether they were arraigned in court is the charge sheet.
Yes.
A copy of the remand warrant, yes and no, because this is a process of court where we can only, I don't know if we can get a copy of the remand warrant, but to what end?
Well, because we want to know that he's not telling us a lie, that actually these people were arraigned in court. Because the information I have is that they were not.
You want proof? Mr. Kigenyi, were they prosecuted by your prosecutors? I am trying to mitigate harshness on by giving the witness onerous assignments. Were they prosecuted by your own prosecutors?
Mr. Chairman, I can confirm that the court process is indeed on.
Okay.
And we can provide the documentation.
Okay, let's receive documentary evidence in form of remand warrant and the charge sheet. Honorable Kawashari, you had a question? Because I'm coming from that side and I will not come back on this.
Thank you so much. I think with what you have asked these people, let's wait for the evidence. I was requesting that we proceed
Okay.
to now the real question.
There were hard questions this side. Honorable Swamala?
Mine was the management of the demolition process.
What do you mean?
What do you do when you give somebody a demolition permit? What happens? What is he supposed to follow? What are the terms of reference to that demolition process?
The terms are embedded in the permit, and they are quite a number. Here they are 10.
Were they followed?
That should be the question. We would also like, when you're coming, we want, like I said, we want the file to see the minutes, because I think there are some documents we would want to interrogate from that file.
Were the
terms followed subsequently? Are you satisfied?
That is a post the
yes.
Grant of the award. I can ask my technical team to
please ask them
to give me comfort when we come tomorrow.
When you come tomorrow?
You start to come tomorrow.
The people who were there, I did not
Mr.
ask
Chairman.
you. Actually, tomorrow was allocated to you as well. Yes.
Mr. Chairman, some of the people that were supposed to be on site are here.
Like who?
The engineering team.
Yes, because we called them and we have always said.
Maybe they can give us some answers.
We said when we invite you, we take precedence. You can give us what?
You can give us some answers.
Has the demolition been completed now?
Mr. Chairman, I can confirm whether that has been done completely by making one of my staff find out. But may I also say that the engineering team that is here is largely roads and drainages. There is a building, a section of engineers who may not necessarily be present here.
Yeah, because the
So
issues
they
we're
may not
dealing
have that
with
information.
roads.
It's a building and infrastructure
Okay.
issue.
Are you
Chair.
done, Honorable Savamala?
Mr. Chair, does the head engineering supervise the whole engineering team, or is supervises departments?
He does supervise the director.
Is he here?
He's not in person.
Has he delegated?
Honorable Savamala, I will not allow that line of questioning
You
because
know, Mr. Chair, my
there's
problem is
there is a reason I'm guiding the way I'm guiding. You were not here during introductions. 2, if someone is not here and has delegated, it is sufficient. 3, you cannot accuse a witness for being here when we invited him. That's why I'm not pursuing that line. Let's go to the substantive questions relating to this.
Mr. Chair, as you are aware, a demolition was done. The other people will be concerned with the legalities in it.
Yes.
Mine was the technical bit in it. So if it is
From
irrelevant,
the engineering perspective.
If it is irrelevant to this committee, then I rest my case.
No. What is relevant is the question. Not
question
the
is because
officers who are here and those who are not here.
A while ago, one of the honorable members said some people died during that demolition. I wanted to know whether it's true or false, and if it is,
Whether that some people were there during the demolition?
he said some people died during the demolition.
Now that is another question which I want us to interrogate.
That is why I was now going into who was...
Actually, it had been raised earlier whether it is true lives were lost.
Yes,
So
then that is why I was
it's
going...
one of the pending questions.
That is why I was going into the engineering part of it.
Which is okay.
Who supervised what happened during that demolition?
The subsequent demolition after that.
Okay.
Yes, so that one is relevant because now it relates to the conditions. And I wish you had asked it directly. Who supervised the subsequent demolition pursuant to this permit?
Mr. Chairman, I do not have the pinpoint evidence of who, but we can provide it.
Okay, I think that can be answered tomorrow as number one. Honorable Kabalindi?
Now that the acting ED has confirmed to us that among the engineers here, the relevant ones are not present, do you assure us that tomorrow we'll come with the relevant engineers?
It is up to us to say we want them and they will be here. Okay, Honorable Keyo.
Thank you, Honorable Chair. Honorable Chair, if I heard ED rightly, he stated that though HK Ham was given a demolition certificate, it doesn't make him not to be culpable for the first part of the demolition that had the other people arrested.
That's correct.
I wanted to know, was the charge sheet amended to include him then, or he is not co-accused with the people who are remanded? I don't know whether I put it correctly in the...
Who are you referring to?
HK Ham. I don't know that company.
How does
says
HK Ham come in?
Key Ham.
Key Ham is a company.
Yes. I don't
So
know whether it's
we
a person, yes.
Don't even be tempted
I don't want
to
to be
look
tempted
for
to the
individuals,
person, no.
for a
but,
particular individual.
Chair, company law is very clear.
Yeah.
Yes, so either if it is a body corporate
But,
or a person.
Company law. You know? You know, I was going to tell you something, but I refrained. Let's be clear on this. We have not interrogated to know the position of those individuals who were arraigned and remanded. Okay? Don't confuse the name Kiham Enterprises. Is it Kiham? Kiham what? No, it is here. It is in the documents. Kiham Enterprises Uganda Limited, with individuals, with a particular individual. We don't know whether the persons included the MD, the board chairman, and so on and so forth. What we know is that the principal is Kiham Enterprises. So maybe you should be asking, who is Kiham Enterprises CEO? And whether he's the one involved. Don't look for the individual. I will not allow you. Okay. Okay. Buzaya.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, I'm interested in knowing how many people were affected in this demolition exercise and their properties, Mr. Chairman. Because the mere fact that there was an intruder on the property of KCCA, and KCCA went ahead to sit with the intruder and said, please finish this building. We need to know the people who were affected, first of all.
Okay, how many people were interested and in what terms? Were there people who had the property there which was destroyed? Two, the question of death, is it true some lives were lost?
Mr. Chairman, I was coming there. We also need to understand at what point death occurred. Was it in the first phase of demolition or the second phase?
Okay. Death, if at all.
Lastly, Mr. Chairman, when you go to Nachivubo,
when I go there to do what?
In that report,
okay.
In that report, they talk about deviation from the original plan.
That's correct.
We need to find out to what extent is the deviation from the original plan that was approved by KCC.
If someone already crosses into the next plot, isn't that sufficient evidence of a deviation?
Lastly, Mr. Chairman, we also need to look at the NEMA certificate that authorized the construction on that Nachivubo channel.
Okay. Are we not crossing into the other subcommittee then? We will not cross. We will limit ourselves to the demolition and encroachment on plot 24.
Okay. Mr. Chairman, lastly,
we will not visit the channel.
Mr. Chairman, lastly, I would request that perhaps tomorrow the chairman land board appears here.
Which board?
KCCA, of course, Mr. Chairman.
To tell us what? There is no chairman land board KCCA. Under the constitution, you have the chairman of the district land board. And the district land board has, or the city, no, it is called district. Even then, you,
so there is no
you said that the chairman. I am aware that the MP for Buzaya knows a bit of English. When he means the former, he would say the former. And so, he has no business. Land board, district land board has no business because we have not received any scintilla of evidence saying this land has been allocated. We're also not interrogating so much about the ownership now, but the aspect of demolition. Probably we have asked for the title to tell us the owner so we could ask the owner subsequently. Okay, Casino.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, who are the directors of KIHAM? Two in these recommendations here. They are saying that the developer should submit the application for demolition.
Yes.
By the face of it, we have been told here, KCC is the owner of plot 24. They have not listed, they have not from the submission of the deputy ED. They have not listed, they have not sold it, but there was someone who trespassed or was an intruder to this place. Now,
the developer should submit the application for demolition permit through BIMS and attach the required documents as stated in 2 above. And the 2 above include Mr. Kigenyi. The 2 above include
letter from LC1,
letter from LC, proof of land ownership, demolition methodology and safety management plan, previously approved plans for the existing structures to be demolished, and supervising professionals and payment of the demolition fee. The demolition fee is paid.
Yeah. So can
you receive proof?
Yeah. So tomorrow,
now we have already asked for the entire file.
Yes.
Which will have everything that you're asking for.
So let them, the file should include these things in 2, recommendation 2, all those.
Okay.
Yeah. Then there are questions I can put up tomorrow because already see issues. You see one because the issue of ownership and whether this place has already.
Why are you preempting your questions? Why are you letting? Should it be the cat or the?
I don't want to look like I want to lay a trap for them. It should be open. I'm just being open to them. I'm just being open.
No. By the way, I want to credit Mr. Kigenyi because he came ready. This matter arose here, but he even had the documents.
We listened to Parliament yesterday.
Yeah.
So he knew.
He did not only listen to Parliament, he's seasoned. Kayemba Solo.
So those are the. So, Chair, those are the
thank you, Chair. There are some questions we're asking, especially the MD with the company, the demolishing, and the ED wouldn't give us good answers.
No.
I was overview, Mr. Chair.
That's a false accusation against him.
I was overview.
Before he answers, we clear him to answer. So don't accuse him of refusing or failing.
I withdraw that
yes.
Chair. But for more information and for the good of this committee, Chair,
yes,
if you can permit, with your permission, sir, this committee to have the director or one of the directors of KIHAM to give us a detailed information about that process. How did he start it? How did he get the permit? I think we can get more information that we haven't got from the ED. That's my humble request, Chair. Having
one of the directors, did you say one of the directors?
I don't know whether it has a file.
The directors.
But
yeah, that is granted. Tomorrow as you come with the directors.
Mr. Chairman, Honorable Chairman, may I propose that it is well in the comfort and the powers of this committee to invite those persons.
Sustained.
Thank you.
Chair, your request is sustained. Chair. He is right.
Chair, but then do you know whom we are writing to? I think you should declare the person you are going to write to.
KIHAM Enterprises.
Chair, also.
I think let us not hide our heads under the sand because we have written to them before, haven't we?
Chair, also.
KIHAM, yes.
Maybe the lawyer
in relation to the other matter, yes.
Thank you, Chair. The lawyer should help us to also come with the copies of the overlapping plots around, because the issue of encroachment either side is also prominent at the channel where you gave development.
I think what we can do,
those areas for us to understand.
What we can do from the word go, from the onset, is that until this matter is concluded by Parliament, nobody should touch the nearby schools. Okay? And that if you permit to do anything, you will be in contempt. Nobody should touch those schools.
Mr. Chairman,
Yes.
First of all,
No, to the witness.
Mr. Chairman, I know there was a question that I should have answered later on about the school land.
Yes, you'll answer. But in the meantime, that
Okay.
let it be that way.
Chair,
Honorable
my-
Chinyamatama?
Chair, my last one.
No, he will answer.
Yeah, I had my last question.
Which is?
How many people were remanded?
He said 3? 4.
4. Okay.
Honorable Joseph Gonzaga Seungu.
Good morning, good afternoon, Chairman, and our
Both
guests,
of them to you,
class
sir.
members. I'm sorry I've come in late, but I'm also interested, not as a member, but as a member of Parliament. I want to thank your directive on schools, but to energize your...
I thought you were thanking me.
I'm thanking you, Mr. Chairman, but energizing the same directive you've given. KCCA, the challenges we have had on takeover of schools by KCCA is them transferring teachers, removing assets of the school and head teachers, and then schools are demolished. So as you tell them nobody should touch, they should not even transfer teachers from those schools. Because the moment they transfer, it means they have consented to the takeover of the school.
Honorable Member, I respectfully decline to issue that directive. And you know the reason. That transfer of teachers is entirely the prerogative of the Ministry of Education.
No, Mr. Chairman.
Even those that are under KCCA, we are not interrogating a matter to do with education, employment, and education standards.
Mr.
We are dealing with an issue to do with the infrastructural encroachment.
Mr. Chairman, if you may allow me, the powers to transfer teachers in primary schools, and the matter you're talking about is in Tachivo Primary, is entirely under KCCA.
I have already guided, maybe now let me use the word ruled.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
That I
Most
decline.
obliged, Chairman.
Thank you. Okay, last one. Honorable Itungo, then we allow the questions to be answered.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Chairman, you have said it here before that as a committee we are not looking for faults, but we want to see how the systems can improve. Mr. Chairman, when you look at this story, the person who started as a developer has become a demolisher, is now becoming a destroyer. And Chair, the fundamental question is the issue I was raising.
Who is that person you're referring to?
Mr. Chairman.
Remember, that person is not here to defend himself.
Now, Chair, my
So
concern,
the developer that came relates to another matter which is not before us. I do not want to go to be on record that we have called him a destroyer.
Chair, that's where we are going, because from development...
But we have
to
not gone there. So you withdraw the destroyer
Chair,
reference.
Chair, I withdraw the destroyer, Chair.
Proceed with the question.
Chair, my concern is the question I was raising. Unless this developer is given a scope, and the scope is clear,
okay,
so the neighbors know I'm the next on the agenda.
on the agenda.
For example, Mr. Chairman.
Okay.
For example, Chairman, we are here. We are not even sure whether the fire brigade station is safe.
No, whether he will not even reach here.
Or even this Parliament, Chairman.
Okay.
So tomorrow, now that Chair, you have guided that tomorrow they should appear, can we have the scope? Can we be clear on the scope of this developer? To what extent? Because now he has gone beyond he's now in the market.
Beyond the channel.
Market is not part of the channel. The question of my colleague Nyamatama is about to be answered. You hear there is a report that he's going to schools. So, Chair, can we know the scope of this developer? So that some of us who have interest there, we look for alternatives, Mr. Chairman.
You have interest where? On that channel? Or fire brigade? No, I think what the member is asking in so many words can be summarized, that we need to know the scope of what you called the channel. Did you define the channel? Because eventually, the last time you were here, you had not answered the question of how far the channel goes. I think you told us about the acreage, but you don't know, does this channel have a title?
Yes, it has.
Because if it has a title, then the scope is defined by the title. Indeed, that's why in this report, you are saying he exceeded where he was meant to go. So I think the scope is well defined. There is the channel has a title. Can we have a copy of the title?
Yeah, even if it has a title, was the whole channel given the developer, or it is?
Did you
part
give
of
him the
channel?
entire channel? I think in the letter. I think the letter of the president had also demarcations.
Mr. Chairman, it is not. It
Not
is a
the
defined. It
entire
is a defined section of the channel
Mm.
that is being developed by Kiham.
Okay.
Not the entire Nachivo channel, not at all.
Okay. Yes. Never
Chair, I don't know whether the statement that has been just answered by the ED is correct. According to the directive of the letter, there was no specific place or how much should be developed on Nachivo channel. The channel was given out for development. So that is as for the directive that I read.
Unfortunately, two things. We are not interrogating the channel. Two, we also gave the documents to the other committee, but we can still retrieve the letter for purposes of guiding our proceedings.
Yes, because
okay.
The chair,
Yes.
going forward,
Mm.
we are going to find the developer continuing to develop other parts of the channel. And then we shall come back here and say, but he said he's
Actually,
developing
developing the other parts of the channel. I don't know which other parts of the channel.
up to Ruzira, because it is all Nachibubo
or
channel.
beyond.
As of now, it is 74.
You have a specific answer on the acreage and the specifics?
Honorable Chair, KCCA received the directive of the President.
Yes.
And KCCA, acting on the President's letter and directive, gave the scope on which it is to be developed. I confirm that that scope is not for the entire channel. It is for about 1.2 kilometer stretch, which is already under development at different stages.
Okay.
Honorable Chair, may I?
Yes, yes, yes.
May I refer to the same letter? Did you have it?
No, you refer to it if you have it.
Because I read the letter. It is even part of the documents. I read the letter. The letter says this person has been given, actually it was a godly event, that this person has been accepted to develop Nachibubo channel without scope.
Okay, let's have that letter tomorrow and read it. You have it?
Because he cannot say he gave out 1.2 kilometers when this letter refers to Nachibubo channel.
Honorable member, we shall look at the letter tomorrow. Thank you. Let him answer the other questions. Honorable Sabamala, let the witness answer.
Honorable Chair, do I proceed to question number 2?
Ye-
Thank
yes.
you. Question number 2 was about the compensation of Chitezi victims. I would like to state that KCCA received 4,355,447,013 shillings for compensation of persons who were affected in the Chitezi mudslide, who were 95 in number. KCCA has paid out 4,282,073,075 shillings to 93 persons, 2 people are yet to be paid. One of them is out of the country, and the other has not been paid because the bank details and the procedures have not been completed. The other question was about the Katwe market fire that happened on the 20th day of March 2026. Honorable Chair and members, it is true that in the night of 20th March 2026, Katwe market was affected by a fire, and the Uganda Police Force was called in to support put out this fire. This market does not belong to KCCA. It is one of the properties under the Uganda Kingdom. The fear is therefore that this is one of the properties that is probably for the redevelopment by another party. We can never know. One, because this is not our property, but 2, we have not gotten any final details about this market after the fires. On the floods in the city, yes, we have had a number of flood situations in Kampala, and Kampala capital city has a Kampala City Master Drainage Plan, which unfortunately is not yet funded, but our efforts to handle the black spots of the flood areas have continued to be implemented to ensure that we do the silt, we do support the communities in dredging channels that are in likely situation to flood.
Okay.
Honorable Chair, the other question about the apparent loss of time in the gridlocks or jam, that has been associated with ongoing works. It is true that Kampala Capital City Authority is having ongoing works on roads, but where these road works are ongoing.
Not just ongoing, but unending.
Honorable Chair, Kampala Capital City has a kilometerage of about 2,104 kilometers of roads, of which only about 700 or so is paved road, and necessitating construction, reconstruction, and maintenance of the roads. So the issue of continuous work is because of the state of the road network in Kampala. In about 18 months or so, Kampala was awash by the tag pothole city because of the number of potholes that were in this city. And there is urgent work that is being done. We are slowly getting out of the pothole city because of the road network that is being improved.
I don't think that is true.
So true.
You know, in behind Old Kampala Police, between Old Kampala Police and Aga Khan parking, I almost felt I was going to die because I had to dump my car in a huge pothole. And you know, by the way, I landed in that one by taking a choice. Which one should I land in? And I drive a fairly big car. I now feel for those people who drive very small cars. Then you cannot tell me, just here at Old Kampala, and it's not one of those under maintenance. It is one of those where we were squeezed and forced to go because the others were terribly jammed.
Chairperson,
yes.
Old Kampala is very far. Last week we were here with the Minister for the PS for Office of the President, which is charged KCA. I brought to her attention a pothole just here near Post Bank, which is now Pal Bank. Just here, near across the road from as you go from Petro, or that part of the Kampala road. This pothole was a big pothole there. And I brought to the attention, please, can't you even see? Don't you have people who monitor? I don't know whether they have worked on it or not. Near Uganda House.
Do you even drive
Just there.
around to see? You know, especially for those of us who repair our cars. For you, you may be lucky, you don't repair. For us, we repair. We feel it. He's giving you more.
Mr.
of your
Chairman,
potholes.
I'll begin with the Gaddafi Road. That is where Aga Khan is. Aga Khan, or rather, Gaddafi Road is in the state it is because of a heavy loading, which has been occasioned by the roadworks around St. Mulumba and all the Kampala Mosque, Jinare Road, and the Rashid Khamisi roads. So it has become a diversion way, and because of the traffic, it has been battered. But indeed, it is at the confluence of roads that are under reconstruction or maintenance. And given its state and the value, it is one of those roads that we certainly will get back to, and I hope that then it will be appreciated that it's not only continuous presence on the road, but
the question we are raising, there are small potholes. Painfully, you have pushed us to accept them. But one is not a pothole, it's a dungeon.
Mr. Chairman,
do you drive around to see?
Mr. Chairman, may I also say
yes,
that now that we know the state of this road, we shall do a forward maintenance on this road as we continue to do the roads around it.
I don't know if they cannot develop a method like, say, when they're going to do some repairs on electricity. They warn you in advance, particular areas, you'll be shut off for so many hours. In your case, can't you also be mindful about some people on certain routes, and you warn us in advance that we shall take 5 days?
It is not possible because they are doing a petty maintenance on all of them at once. Yes. Huh? You're working on every road. Saporo Kagwa, then Gaddafi, you know.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes.
Just on the potholes, Bwana ED, on the potholes. Chair, yes, I appreciate and I'm happy you have a team of engineers. By the way, how you work on these potholes, at lunchtime, at rush hour, you broke the road, somebody is putting a maram, another is putting water. Why don't you do this work at night when there is no traffic? Then they say what is happening, KCC is at work. Can't you do this work real at night when there is no traffic?
I think the methodology, because we cannot blame you for repairing our road.
But
thank you.
But
Thank
the
you.
methodology.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Do you know that as you repair those roads, we are busy looking for money to pay you?
Mr. Chairman, may I also confirm
yes,
that given the traffic volume around Old Kampala, those roads have been done at night, largely. We're doing also night work for Benchwanka Road as a methodology of choice because of the volume of traffic. We have traffic management plans which we share with the communities and many times also on the social networks and within public domain to guide people.
I know that Honorable Itungo would not know, but at least I would know.
Okay.
Yeah, social network. Proceed. Don't be derailed by him. Just
thank you.
Switch off the microphone.
Mr. Chairman, the gridlock in Kampala also happens because our road network is small. Our road network receives more than double of the population of Kampala by day, and many of the people in Kampala prefer driving themselves. It is not very uncommon for us to see one person in a vehicle. So we have a lot of vehicular inflows which are not corresponding to the infrastructure we have. But our plans for
Who would you blame for the lack of public transport? In
this
other
is where I'm
cities,
going.
there are buses,
This is where I'm going.
there are trains. It comes back to you.
In addressing the issue of congestion on our roads, we have planned for mass transport in Kampala, including a bus rapid transport, a light rail. Yeah, we have the plan. These are,
There's a plan.
yes, these are the plans. A light rail to handle the inflows from Chira, Matuga, and Achsunga. We have also have plans to have the southern bypass, and in the short run, we hope to get the electric buses from Chira Motors to increase on the volume of persons that are transported or hauled into the town by public transport. These, Mr. Chairman, are plans which will have a net effect of putting away the pressure on the roads. In the current situation, however, this is likely to continue being the case, but with more roads reconstructed, there will be ample diversions which will enable us to relieve the current situation.
When we met Mrs. Kajina, when we still had UNRWA, she informed this committee, if you remember, that there was a plan for that flyover to go all the way up to Chibuye, then all the way up to Busega, connect something like that. Do you remember that? No, not Southern Bypass. That flyover project of Clock Tower. That the plan was to link it to Masaka Road, expand it, actually have a flyover up to Busega.
There was even one which was supposed to pick from Serena and Nakasero here
Yes.
to this northern bypass
Yes.
flyover. You don't know what happened. They told us about those plans. Old VVIP road, because that helps people evacuate from the struggling in Kubiri, Mulago.
Okay. Some are beyond cases here.
Yeah, that is also true that some of the road sections that are within the territory of KCCA are not actually our roads. For example, the Chibuye-Busega link, which would take us to the Mpiji Expressway, and also as well to the Kampala-Entebbe Expressway. They are within the territory of KCCA, but not KCCA infrastructure. But that notwithstanding, the flyover project 1 gave some relief, and the JICA, which funded flyover project number 1, is still available to give us support for the second flyover project, which will now link the current Nsambia, Kitgum House, Mukwano to the old Port Bell Road section. That is
Actually, it's supposed to go up to Ginger Road.
Yes.
Because I remember we had a battle over, is it Sarah something? That
yes, Sarah
Naka.
Chizito.
Yes.
Assenary Park. It is passing through that point up towards Nakawa.
Yes.
That second flyover project is in its final stages, and when it is implemented, it will indeed take off pressure from Midtown.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman, the other question was about the construction of Nachivuo channel, but we have severally discussed this one, and I hope that we'll probably provide answers when we give the additional information tomorrow.
Correct.
The other one was about the Nachivuo settlement and Nachivuo Blue Primary Schools, and I want to confirm that KCCA as a public guarantor, would not want to give away the schools. The integrity of these schools is preserved.
Okay. Did someone die at the demolition?
Mr. Chairman,
in one of the demolitions.
Mr. Chairman, when we are removing the debris on the 9th day of March 2026, a male person who died and was found under the debris at around 1740 hours.
Had been covered?
Yes, by the debris. That is true.
Okay.
But there were 4. There were 4 people.
Is it true, as the Honorable Sebamala is saying, there were 4 people?
I don't know about the 4, I know of 1. I can confirm.
Okay. Did you establish the identity? Is that Honorable Sawungu the other side?
I was given some things, but it is not relating to this. I'm sorry for the obstruction.
That's okay. Did you establish the identity of the person who died and the circumstances under which he died?
I don't have the details of this person. We can provide the details.
How did he die? No.
What is not?
Was he covered or he was knocked down by the machine that was... because you must have established the circumstances.
Because what he's telling us that he was found covered in the debris. Is that what you're saying?
Mr. Chairman, we began this discussion this morning about the demolition of the properties at plot 24. Which properties, when they were removing the debris, a body was found. That I can confirm that there was a person. I can give details of whether this person's identity has been ascertained tomorrow.
You said a male?
Male, he said.
Yes, Honorable Sebamala.
Chair, I'm really disturbed by the fact that somebody is found dead and none of these people can even tell us who that person was. None of them even knows whether the family was contacted. None of them even cares as to whether this was a person that was related to them. What if it was your person? Why are you behaving so cold as a manager, not even to know a male person? Is it a dog?
There's no male person which is a dog.
Sincerely.
Or who is a dog.
Sincerely. If at least you'd have a name. We found so and so buried, we helped like this is what happened, or this is what the developer did. Something like that.
But surely, Honorable Sebamala, how would you want KCCA to answer for the developer? Now,
they were part of the demolition. No. Somebody dies.
That is.
They were part because they're okay.
That's a prejudicial conclusion.
They're okay. They supervised. They found somebody dead.
Again, that is not true. You see, I want us to maintain the integrity of our record. Because we have not reached the stage of writing that report and reviewing evidence. We are receiving evidence. The evidence I have on record here is that the executive director of KCCA received a telephone call about the unauthorized demolition at night. She gratefully, by the way, okay, we should be thanking her for having moved in the night with all the associated risks to go and say, stop. Arrests were conducted. At that point, she would not even tell somebody is buried in debris. What I am equally disappointed is that at this point, the owner of the place which had been demolished should have a record of how somebody died. Was he knocked down by the machine or by the falling debris? You understand? We are even over concentrating on the procedures. You know, was this done? Was that done? Okay? I don't know whether there has even been an investigation into the circumstances that led to a person's death. Oh, well, I don't know if there are even more bodies covered in debris. Because you said when you are removing, I mean, I am very surprised nobody is talking about. You don't even know where the person who was found at your premises
and he's smiling
was buried. No.
And he's just smiling.
No. I will rule you out of order. I will protect this witness. Okay? How come you're angry? You want to cry? It is permissible. I have allowed you to cry, Honorable Kayemba Solo. And Honorable Kabashaira, please take care of the crying member. Let us not take these matters light. Tomorrow, we want answers on that. Because the police cannot simply say, well, we removed someone. He was dumped into. Yes. By now, the police should have a record. But even you should be interested.
Yes, we are.
That somebody went onto your premises, demolished illegally, and somebody was found dead. Others tell us more than one person. Don't feel shy about putting things right. And Mr. Kigenyi, you see why I'm so hard on you? We want to put things right. Not to massage. Okay? I think...
Small rider.
Honorable Swambi, yes, you've been quiet for some time.
But mine has to do with the schools. I want the ED to brief us tomorrow about the acreage of Nachivo settlement and Blue, and whether you have a title to those schools as the user department, even the boundaries, whether you've ever opened the survey boundary and the cadastral for the schools, even access for these other plots which they are developing. To give us some bit of
I will allow
because as far as I know, those schools have no title.
Okay, I will allow the question because you see why members are anxious with the schools. They don't trust you. We do not trust you when it comes to our schools.
Mr. Chairman, I guess from the member of the committee, he seems to have privileged information. And we can reference what we have.
His information is rebuttable. Rebut it by bringing us those titles.
Yes, we'll provide what we have. But there's something on the table, Honorable Chair. The issue of the dead person.
Yes.
First of all, no one at Kampala Capital City Authority is happy that we lost a person. We are sorry.
Yes.
And we want to be on record that we have taken responsibility. This body has been handed over to Mulago for post-mortem. And the only way we can know who this person, because it was decomposing by the time he was found, is that persons claim this person, DNA is taken from them and they identify the person. So it would be unfair for the committee members to put me under fire to a level of assuming personal negligence, which is not true. We are sorry.
I think what we can do is to remove you from the fire and put you on a frying pan. I think his explanation on that is plausible. When you find a decomposing body, the police takes over. The claimants come and say, we suspect this is our person. They claim. You take DNA. Then you confirm. I think what you ought to have been equipped with is the progress of that report. Since you removed the body from debris, and nobody is holding you personally liable, because how would you know somebody is going to encroach on your property? Okay? That's why I have protected you even when someone wanted to demolish your right to smile.
Chair, let us just have a report on that tomorrow.
Yes, to the extent that it is within their abilities. But meanwhile,
Like the
since,
basics, the name
since
and
the
what-
cameras are watching,
Even you call
let
upon the
all
public.
Ugandans know that a body of a decomposing male was found in the debris, and that a human being, a body of a human being, was handed over to Mulago, to police, and then subsequently to the city mortuary, to Mulago. So please, if you have a missing relative or friend, yes, follow up. You can't ask KCC, tell us who this person was. You can't.
Oh, no, why I think members are asking about that? Because the information you are giving, the way you are putting, is what you had expected of them to have put to the public.
Yes.
And if by now they have received any information from the public regarding this, because the spokesperson is there, this is the information it should be. It should have given out. And what feedback did you get? My friend there.
Yes, Honorable Sebamala is very deeply concerned.
Chair, one, I am aware that there was more than one person that died that day. But that's not the concern as of today. That one, I'll give you details if you want, when you come back with your details. Tomorrow.
That is tomorrow. Of the 4.
Of the rest that died
Okay,
that day.
great.
Even if they didn't die because of the demolition, but because of the ruckus that was there. 2, I also want to tell this gentleman that somebody does not decompose in a day. You know, let's not be here on propaganda. Somebody was hit by debris the next day, as they were, you know, because the demolition continued and the debris was being taken away that day. That is when they found somebody dead. So there is nothing like somebody was under the debris for days and was decomposing. That's wrong.
Okay.
And I wonder how you're getting to know that somebody was decomposing when slightly before this, before you answered this, you even said it was a male, and you were aware, and now somebody was decomposing. So what I can humbly tell you is this person was being looked for by the other friends. Okay. That is how they got to know that there was somebody under the debris. And actually, I'll even give you more information about the rest that happened that night. The people that were claiming that they are crashing their properties that night and are nowhere to be seen. So I don't want us to go into that. What I wanted to stick to...
Honorable
Chair,
wait,
sorry.
Wait. You have a public duty.
Yes.
To relay that information for 2 reasons.
Yes.
1, these are the people we represent and their interests.
Exactly.
Number 2, the integrity of this record.
Yes.
You don't make a sweeping statement and then you leave it hanging.
Chair, what we need to do today is to know that the day of the demolition, there were people that were against that demolition. A team was brought in to make sure that this demolition is done. A group, I would not call it KFS or something, that to protect the demolition. And a lot happened that night. If we are inviting the people of Kiham, let's also invite the people of Nachibubo, the people that were in that place. You'll find out more information about the tenants. You'll find out more information than what these people are sharing.
Okay. Okay.
And why I was concerned about that particular person that was why I asked about this death thing even before we came to this was because I expected KCCA to be concerned. When I give out a demolition permit, I want this to be done right. I'll put specialized engineers to be present. I'll make sure that all the instructions are followed on how a demolition is done. There should be no reason as to why somebody dies during a demolition. Because actually first check for.
Honorable Somala, did this person or these persons die during the course of the demolition after the permit or before? Because there are two phases.
What I know is during the demolition, people died.
Yeah, because you see, if you are
so that is what we need to investigate.
If you are to blame KCCA, you can only blame them for the effects of the events of the demolition after their permit. Because the first one, they have said it was illegal, we did not participate, we did not permit, we did not even know until the ED was called. Now, for that one, phase one, you can't blame them. For phase two, you can. One, if you have established that as a matter of fact, they did not supervise it, yet even in their conditions and even in their report, they said it should be supervised professionally. So if they did not, that's where you blame them. And that's why for me, I am very particular and categorical on the details of which phase you're talking about.
I'm talking about the phase when they had given out the demolition permit.
That's when people
and,
die.
And Chair,
yes.
Like I said, it is better we have the people, the tenants that were in that place. It's better when we get actual information from them because this was their premise. This is when you're going to
I think that's perfect.
This is when you're going to get the details, and then we shall reference those details to the answers they will give about the same. As of now, their answers to me, personally.
How do we get them, the tenants? Do you have someone who knows them?
Chair, one, KCCA can give us the record. If they don't, even now as we are speaking, we can make announcement.
Can give us what?
Can give us the tenants if they know the tenants. If they are, because this was a public place, like all these marketplaces, they allocate people. They know people. That's one. Two, we can make a public announcement here. This media house will help us. Whoever was a tenant, please report tomorrow to Parliament to give. And they'll be and people will be here.
Yeah, it has happened.
It has happened before. So
we may not even invite them.
Yeah.
They may call in.
They will be call here. So Chairperson, the other one where Honorable Samuel is talking about
the clerk will handle this. That's his work.
Yeah. The other one where Engineer Samuel was talking about decomposing or not decomposing. Let us wait for it for tomorrow. When we get this report here, I guess this report will tell us when the body was found. And then we shall, because if it was found the following day, definitely the body would not have been, it would not be decomposing. We shall know who is telling the truth.
Mr. Chairman, I can provide that off cuff.
Okay.
The demolition we're speaking about...
Colleagues, shall we allow the witness to speak?
The demolition happened in the night of 7th March.
The first one?
Yes. This body was found on the 9th of March.
2 days after.
The permit for demolition was also given on the 13th of March. So you can put this in perspective. This person who was found under the debris did not die during the time KCCA granted the demolition.
Not after the permit. Okay. And that's where, now it becomes a matter of science.
So 2 days even, not even 2 days, I think it was just a few,
yes.
1 day and a half. The body
Mr. Chairman, may I know whether the permit was given after knowing that someone had died? Yes. You give someone a permit who was...
I think let's ask it as a question. not as a conclusion. Mr. Kigenyi?
May I know whether...
Was the permit
Chair.
Issued when you are aware or after knowing someone had died in there? Let him answer this, then we come to you, Honorable Mwijuche.
It is related.
Honorable Chair.
Yes.
The permit was given on the strength of the Interagency Technical Committee, which submitted its report on the 12th of March. And they informed KCCA that we had a compromised, unsafe situation in a very public area. And this is the reason why the demolition was granted. For anybody who has been around St. Balkudembe market, we know that that market receives thousands of persons. And of course, this was an area of interest which, with structures that were in a compromised situation, we could have had probably more deaths if it remained hanging. So it was not informed.
But what explanation did you receive from your now developer as to why he set himself out to go and bring down buildings that are not related to his project without your permission and without ownership? What does he or she tell you?
Honorable Chair, I do not wish to speculate an answer to this.
Similar to the picture you gave me. Probably when you come and give us a colored picture. Because when you look at the one of Elijah, it looks better and easier. Sorry? So the phone shall be received as evidence, as an exhibit, and shall be exhibited. Because I think I'm following up on the question. What does somebody tell you? That, you gave me permission or clearance to go and develop the other plot. So along the way, I developed the appetite to come and not even develop, but demolish in the neighborhood where you did not give me. Honorable Mwijuche first. Because he said the two questions are relatives.
Yes.
Yes.
They are cousins. Honorable Chair, that was my concern, that somebody was demolishing illegally, and then somebody has died. Then he comes, because in the past we have had, when people come, we have had stories that people come and burn markets, and the idea is they want to push you away, and the same people come and take over those markets. Now somebody is illegally demolishing, somebody dies, and the following day he applies for a demolition permit and is given.
Actually, the demolition permit that he applies for, he is actually advised in the same, because he was part of the team that met and made the recommendation. Because Kiham was represented in this committee, multi-agency committee, by the project manager. They issue a report on Tuesday, on 12th. On 13th, they get the approval. The approval, but now, tomorrow when you're coming, we are going to look at the minutes of the committee, of the building committee, because this group issues a report on 12th. The following day, no, by the way, in emergency situations, the KCC works even on weekends, even at night. No, but don't forget that the same Kiham Enterprises applied for development approval in February. And until August, when the president intervened, they had not responded. This time, maybe they learned a lesson. So they moved very swiftly. No, but I think he has given the justification. Let us not decontextualize. His justification, believe him or not, is that because this is a busy place, someone came during hours which are not busy and demolished. But don't forget, he answered the question when I asked him, where was this under occupation? He said, no, some people had vacated before. You see, people who work during a day had vacated. By night, no, the building is unoccupied. They even removed their property. Then this one comes and demolishes. I think this one who died, we are investigating. I don't even want to go into the speculation of what we've had. Pray for her good health. Sebamala.
Now, Chair, I would want to know that after finding out somebody died, are they...
Kayemba Solo, Chinyamata Masubi, Mwejuche,
after
Naume.
After finding a body, are they... What is on the charge sheet? Is it still illegal demolition? Is it murder? What is on that file?
We are going to receive the charge sheet tomorrow.
Because now you found a body. What did you do about it?
That's why I asked a question. Is there somebody charged now in respect of the death, murder, manslaughter, or somebody committed suicide by hiding in the debris? They will tell us, but we are going to look at the charge sheet anyway tomorrow because it's part of the documents they're coming with. Okay, shall we allow the witness to proceed?
Mr. Chairman, may I plead for an adjournment to enable us to prepare some of this documentation that are required because it will require a little more.
Who has given you that advice? Because I saw a paper coming in.
No. The paper was about.
Don't disclose. It was your internal document.
Yes, it was.
Okay. Yes, Honorable Itungo.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think, Chair, we have discussed enough.
No.
And Chair, in terms of words, we have discussed enough. Chair, it is within your powers that since KCCA is coming in the morning, can you organize enough security and we go and visit the rockers in the afternoon so that we resolve these issues from the ground within your powers?
You see now that's the problem of letting the cat out of the bag. Supposing we were going to do that. Anyway, I think let's have Bob first. If I make my... Thank you.
May we stand up, please? We've been seated for 4 hours. As the chairman said, before the instruction. Chairman, before the instruction. I don't want you to run away. Hands like this, as the chairman said. Chairman, KCC must comply to the campus. Is that counting together? My good students. One. Together, we say together.
Honorable Chair, Bob counts like Tango Doi. 15 times.
Okay, I think we've listened to the application for adjournment. We have had an application for adjournment to tomorrow. I said we have had the application for adjournment. We have not entertained it. What do you think?
I've taken off. Chair. Reluctantly, I would allow them to go and prepare. But if such that we go straight, but if team allowed, would have adjourned to go with them to Nakivubo as we release them.
But I wanted to request for you to answer one question concerned with border. I said you have cleared the vendors. Borders who want to know, is it still in the program or you are fearing them?
Okay. He will answer. He will answer it tomorrow.
Chair, I have no objection to the application. My further questions were about the flooding and the bodies that are retrieved
Honorable
after the floods.
will you allow members to talk?
My other question was about the different people that have died in the floods and how they have treated the same situations.
Okay.
Is it negligence? What's the problem?
What's the question?
Recently, they retrieved 7 bodies.
Bodies where? In the floods?
Yes. I will show you the video. Police retrieving them. So that is why I'm saying, are you doing something about the different floods?
Huh? Let's do it this way. To be fair to the witness, share the video with us or on the platform.
Okay.
When we receive it, Webby, share it with Edie. Wait, ma'am. Nguli mkambwe. Now, if you had my weight, what would you do? Surely, with that weight, you're so tough. So if you acquire my weight, won't you kill the entire nation? Maybe when you receive that, you share with him so that they prepare to answer that question. Honorable Kinyamatama?
My question about the encroachment of the road reserves. Was not answered.
What was
when
the
we are
question
looking
on road
reserves are being encroached on, we are watching,
by
and then later on, KCCA is watching.
The people building.
Yes. Everywhere now you cannot get where to walk, and then afterwards we'll have a chaotic demolition of those small houses that are being built there.
Okay.
And politics will come in and we'll have a crisis when we are all watching.
Mama Toyomba. Ewamwe raka iwali engudo za korasi. Honorable Kabashaida.
Mr. Chairman, I was suggesting that they answer all the questions that we have asked, then only leaving those ones which we expect them to bring the evidence, so that tomorrow we don't miss out the time.
Don't forget that we still have
for
engineering audit.
Yes, the engineering audit, and it is also big.
This was on our entry
can
point.
We get all the questions answered?
How many questions are left? Are we left with? Those that do not require.
So that tomorrow we are not disturbed by.
There seems to be a question on borders.
Yes.
Road encroachment on road reserves, and then the issue of floods, which we await for information.
In answering the encroachers, I would like to know, there is a building near Nakasero Hospital. One is on that same road, another one is just down the road as you finish. It is also a tall building, and then also there is a hotel, which is also around that. was that encroaching in the road or it is allowed? Because they put a fence just on the road. So I want to know whether that one is encroachment or it is allowed.
By that description, Honorable Kabashalira, how do you expect the ED to know which building you're talking about? You know,
there is one building, tall building, just about like 10 meters away from Nakasero Hospital. It is only one. Then there is another one, tall one, taller than, as you go to, there used to be a hotel called...
Honorable Nambe.
Yes.
Let me put it this way. As you carve from Akibwa Road, to carve
Akibwa, yes,
to carve into Nakasero Hospital,
yes.
That's what he's referring to there. It's a big building. I don't know whether it's going to be a hotel or what. Then you get to Nakasero Hospital.
Is that
then next to it, you get to Nomo. Is it Nomo Hotel? Nomo Hotel something. Or Nomo. But before Nomo. In fact, the building she's talking about is, you start with it, get Nakasero Hospital, then Onomo. But as you come from Akibwa Road, you come, you get it.
They have put a wall on...
I think that one he can get information from on the approval process for that.
Chair,
yes.
Related to that, you know, we have kept raising the issues here, ED, about change of land use.
Okay.
Yeah, change of land use. Land use. The other day I raised it again when your minister for Kampala was here, but in the park. I stay around Naguru Tinda. In fact, it was the AIGP of police who asked me, can you help us? How can these people convert Naguru to something else? Has Parliament approved us? Have you got new change of land use? Someone decided to put a petrol station, Shell, Kembabasi, Kembabasi now they put a petrol station. And it's opposed police gate. So we have tried to raise with this, even they have defied us who have guns. And the petrol station is now fully operational. And this was done during the campaign, December.
How could they even use their guns to do that? Because if someone has an approved
they didn't
plan.
use, of course, maybe they would have feared at the level of that. So as the land use of Naguru changed to now for us to start putting petrol stations,
they will answer that,
in that
question
residential
also.
area.
Now,
the gate.
Okay. Chair.
Yes, Honorable Mwejuche.
Yes, I wanted us to be clear on the documents we expect him to bring tomorrow, because we talked about the court process, the minutes, the titles, so that tomorrow he doesn't come and doesn't have all these documents. If the clerk can guide us, so that they outlined those very documents we need tomorrow.
The witness is not complaining that he did not understand the list. When I made the communication, everybody was listening. He was writing. He will have to bring the documents we asked for. I asked a question also which will be answered tomorrow alongside others. Why is it that when a market burns, the next person who develops is one? Builds, no, I'm not saying it's the same person, but wherever a market has been burnt down or has burnt by itself, I don't know. The government policies that markets are given are allocated to the vendors in there to own, and we are to empower many. But once a market is burnt or burns down, the land is developed and owned by one person. Not even KCCA. One person becomes the beneficiary. Are we donating the city? You will answer that. For that matter, the meeting is adjourned to tomorrow at 9 a.m. Not 10, honorable members. 9 o'clock. Thank you very much. Be here in time. It is not going to be ED. So we will be here. We have decided by decree to extend Eid to Friday. So tomorrow we will be here. If it is Eid, obviously don't come. Come on Friday. Thank you. May you go in the peace of the Lord. May you access food at the third floor at your own cost.